Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And guess what? There's another fail on the cards. This time, it's the dueling of the A9. The contractors have said there is no way on this earth they're going to hit the 2025 deadline, and that ministers have known this for years. Indeed, who was the first minister they told? Who was the first Minister of Transport that they told when they knew they couldn't make that deadline? Yep, it was Humza Useless. Yet again, another fail on his watch. And so here they are now, and you've got the current minister, Jenny Gilruth, also incapable of doing anything about it because she's a moron, doesn't know what to do, hasn't got even an understanding of her brief. She'll probably say some useless, platitudes, but she won't come up with a solution because it's quite beyond her ability. There's a woman who's been promoted beyond and way beyond her ability. But then, that's all of them, isn't it? And we'll take a look at this article, see why the A9 will not be duelled in any human lifetime. Here goes. So, civil engineers say they've known for years that the A9 duelling wouldn't hit the 2025 target. The pace at which the Lifeline project for the Highlands has been carried out by the Scottish Government can be best described as glacial, says the Civil Engineering Contractors Association. Civil engineers in Scotland knew for many years that it would not be done. The road has become a point of political contention, with parties from across Holyrood pressuring the Scottish Government to speed up plans to dual the road between Perth and Inverness in a bid to improve safety and connectivity. On a personal note, and it's something that's always annoyed me, there are at the moment, as you go up there, there's bits where they do dual a little bit of it to allow short-term overtaking. And if you're overtaking a lorry or something, that's fine. You can pull out, you can put your foot down, you get past the lorry and you're back in. But what they do, and this really annoys me, is they put speed cameras up. So you can get someone who's driving along and doing 50 miles an hour on a 60 mile an hour bit. As soon as they get to the dual carriageway where you can overtake them, they go up to 70. The only way you can overtake them is to go faster than the speed limit. You get flashed. It's cost you points. Then as soon as they get past that bit, they go back down to 50 again and you can't overtake them. They do it out of badness, some of them. Fine, have your speed cameras all the way along that road, but for heaven's sake, not at the overtake bit. Sometimes the safest way to overtake is to do so quickly. Allow people that little bit of freedom for 2 minutes while they overtake at 75, 80 miles an hour, just to overtake and pull back in and get ahead of these idiots that do that. And I've seen it several times. Luckily, I've got a fast car, and sometimes that doesn't bother me. I pull out and I go. I've not yet had an incident, but I do go because some people just drive like loonies. Anyway, earlier this year, the then Transport Minister Jenny Gilruth said the 2025 goal would not be met. Well, colour me surprised. After the single tendering offer for the section between Moy and Tomerton was significantly higher than the £115 million estimate. That's because they hadn't sussed out things like inflation and a massive shortage of contractors. In response to a petition due to be discussed at Holyrood by committee this week, the Civil Engineering Contractors Association of Scotland said the industry considered the goal unachievable before the announcement from the Scottish Government and speculated the slow pace of work could be deliberate. It probably is. They haven't got the money. They are having to do it piecemeal. Oh, we'll do a few miles here, we'll do a few miles there. Okay, that's fine. Can you leave it for 6 weeks while we try and find a new way of taxing people? Oh, let's have, lollipop tax or something, because they are desperate for cash. The civil engineering sector in Scotland have known for many years that the promise to dual the A9 by 2025 could not be met. The pace at which the design and development work and subsequent road orders for each of the 11 sections has been carried out can be best described, they say, as glacial. The body went on to say there were suspicions among the industry that the slow movement has been deliberate, as there has been insufficient budget allocated to allow these sections to be procured. It's yet another area of devolved power that the SNP have complete control over and have had complete control over for 16 years that is still in an absolute state of fail. It is absolutely awful. The document, and here's the killing line, the document added that the Transport Scotland is considered the worst client to work for in the UK due to the type of contract it uses. It has to. It can't go and do a normal contract that normal contractors use because they are impoverished due to their overspending in every other single area, although they've got nothing to show for it. They are absolutely useless. Current Transport Scotland contracting arrangements, the submission said, are an unattractive anomaly in the industry, with most contracting bodies having moved to a new engineering contract in 1993 that is preferred by the sector. It was a radical departure from the existing building and engineering contracts, such as that still favoured by Transport Scotland, as it was written in plain language and designed to stimulate rather than frustrate good management. The last thing the SNPs want good management. Good management gets things built on time and built well. That's not the SNP way. Across the UK, it's estimated that several £100 billion of procurement have been facilitated by this standard contract, and it is now regarded as the industry norm. And it needs to be done here too. But the SNP will not do it. They need to do whatever they can to slow it down because they are terrible and they have completely screwed the economy. They haven't got the budget. They don't know what they're doing. And it is a bunch of morons in charge of a massive job that they're quite incapable of completing. It will be the next government that may have a job in completing it. But obviously we've done videos about her before. She's quite incapable. She got moved out of transport because even she isn't clever enough to run that. She couldn't run an egg. She doesn't know how to operate an egg, that woman. She's so stupid. Anyway, I shall round up and come up. Okay, come on, admit it. Is anybody surprised? Is anybody sitting there going, really? They're going to fail? Well, I wasn't expecting that. Of course not. Whenever they announce anything, they know they're announcing in advance something that is going to fail. We'd be surprised if it didn't. That's how bad it is. And yet again, yet another SNP cock-up from day one. They're using the wrong contract. They're doing the wrong budget. They're doing the wrong job. And they're employing the wrong way of actually doing it. By breaking it up into the number of jobs they've done, rather than doing a rolling contract and having 2-3 companies each come in and doing the single part on their rolling contract. It could all be done a lot quicker. 30 years I've worked in construction. I was an accountant for a house builder for 30 years. We could build a 500 unit site with roads, with shops, with facilities. We could do the whole lot in 2 years. And we're talking from scraping the top of the grass off to handing over the last key. 2 years. Because we controlled it and we had the budget and we didn't dick around with 500 committees asking stupid questions, and we never ever got involved with anything other than what we were doing, which was profit. The SNP just should, if they want something, they should just say to the contractor, go away and do it and we will not interfere, and then it will get done. But they have to micromanage every single aspect. Are these people drinking the right kind of milk? Is the navvy reading the right kind of newspaper? Is he wearing the right colour underpants? That's the level that the SNP are at, rather than, look, here's the money, there's the job, we'll be back in 2 years, make sure it's done. Which is the easy way, but not the SNP way. And I'll stop. Thank you very much for listening. If you like what you see in here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. Definitely leave a like. Very, very helpful. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, build your own damn roads, don't get the SNP to do it, and goodbye.